What's cracking, guys? Today, we're just gonna straight up say main characters are getting pretty boring. Well, at least for the genres of shonen and possibly shoujo too. Basically, my statement here is while the main characters are still appealing, their peers in the same manga are far more popular amongst the people who read them. Do I sound fancy saying amongst? Oh, it always makes me sound so fanciful when I say amongst. Let me just put this to you straight here, okay? Think of a shonen protagonist here, alright? You got one in mind here, and make sure he's not one of those kind of offbeat ones there, you know? But anyway, I'm about to describe them for you, okay? Here we go. Nice. Alright, that one's on the list. He wants to make friends. Yeah? Is that one on there? He wants to be friendly, you know? He tries to do the right thing at all times, alright? That one there, maybe? And just for the record, that doesn't mean according to the law, okay? He tries to do the right thing. With those three things, I have basically described 99% of shonen anime protagonists. And sometimes, you know, they throw in wild cards, you know, like popular ones being hot-blooded or shy, possibly overpowered. Something to make them a little more unique. And while people get tired of seeing the same character regurgitated across many different platforms, okay? It just gets boring after a while. So instead of flocking to the main characters, what do? Well, they go to the bad boys. People like the jerks of anime. That's what we're talking about. People are starting to love the absolute jerks of anime, are usually the anti-heroes, or what they call. If you're curious of what an anti-hero is, he's basically a guy that tries to do the right thing in a wrong way. And just to show you the proof of this here, let's look at some typical examples here. In popularity polls across Shonen Jump, Byakugo here is #1 ranked in popularity, alright? He nearly has double the amount of the second character popularity, Deku. I mean, I'm saying Deku's up there. He's still a fantastic character, mind you. But Byakugo, the anti-hero, way above him, and he's a total jerk-off, alright? Total jerk. You may even call him tsundere, you know? Baka Deku! Baka Baka! Gosh, I hate that guy. Is he noticing me? And just going to show here, Shoto almost took over the second place by just one vote, alright? That's crazy. Now, while Shoto isn't an anti-hero, he's still one of an emo bishi guy who's got some problems, alright? And that makes a more interesting character than the main one. Looking at some Naruto ones, well, who do you think is #1 in that? Sasuke Uchiha. Notoriously one of the biggest jerks and dumbasses in all of anime history, still the most popular character in Naruto. And not just once, but multiple times. Basically, his story is he's an Uchiha who wanted to avenge his village by his brother who killed his entire clan, alright? And then later on he finds out that his brother was actually betrayed by the actual village itself, and he was just carrying out a mission because the Uchihas were planning to overthrow, and so he got mad at Konoha and the people in charge, but then, I don't know, friendship turned around and things just went off from there. And you guys all know anime friendship, right? Friendship power, I can do it together with my friends. You know, the typical crap that people spout, you know, like, I'm done with that. Like, honestly, that stuff makes me regurgitate. And to quickly go over some more examples, we have Kuroko's basketball with Akashi being highly in the first of popularity, who is probably the main antagonist of the entire series. A big old jerk who wanted to rule over everybody in the basketball. While Kuroko being second. I don't know what to say. Assassination Classroom's Karma got first place over Nagisa 2. And Karma's pretty much a big old douchey. He's a jerk who beats up and wants to get his way in very unconventional ways. And somehow he beats over Nagisa, who's a big nice guy. Although he does have his nice quirks that brings him a little bit of cut above the other regular shonen protagonists. Being he has a talent for assassinating people. I'm just gonna put that there. Madaka Box. First place is Kamigawa Misogi. Notoriously the guy that always loses, and he had some issues. He's putting screws in everybody. He's really screwing everybody. I get, you guys get it, because that was his power. The main hero in that, Zenkichi, usually got third place or even lower. I mean, I'm just saying, even though he was the main character, not a lot of people really cared for Zenkichi, even though I did. People were voting for the bad guy. They really wanted to root for the guy that always was losing. I mean, I kind of like Kamigawa too. I thought he was a very interesting character. Now, there are exceptions, you know, like Luffy, who usually gets first place in all of his polls, but that's mainly because Luffy is, well, he's a bit of an anti-hero too, considering he's a pirate. And yes, he does the right things, but Luffy is the exception to the rule because he really is very unconventional in his ways. And bless him for it. And I'm not even gonna go over the harem protagonist. You know all those guys are never that interesting to begin with, okay guys? You already know the reason why nobody really cares about them. So why is it that main heroes are not that interesting? Besides the reason I listed of just being the plain boring nice guys. Well, that's because they're supposed to be a little bit of your self-inserts into the story. That's right, they're supposed to be that person that gets you in there from their perspective, and it kind of makes you more immersed into it. Is that a good thing rather than just giving me a very defined character that differentiates themselves from all the others? Tough call. A lot of the animes have been award winners. I mean, just look at My Hero Academia. People love it. I love it. One of my favorite mangas, if not the favorite manga that I have, or anime series now. I'm just gonna say self-insert characters are made to be boring on purpose. Because, you know, the more average, the more normal they are, the easier it is for anybody to go into their perspective and just, I guess, sympathize with them. That's often why you see like I'm just your typical average student and all of a sudden crazy things happen and I'm a superhero and I'm saving the world and I have a harem of girls all around me and I also have this new rival that comes out of nowhere who's super interesting. Like, that's just how it is, you know? It's just how anime works. It also doesn't help that oftentimes the rival characters are really hot and good looking too. They like doing that, okay? Because they can make them as spectacular as they want because they're supposed to be the rival characters. They're supposed to be flashy. They're supposed to be cool. They're supposed to be interesting as the foil to the main character to overcome them. But oftentimes the foil is so overwhelming and powerful that a lot of people like the rival way more than the main character. So my question to you guys is, do you find the main characters super boring as well sometimes? Do you guys crave those rival characters or possibly go on to other genres just to get away from those common anime shonen tropes? I know I had a little trouble speaking that last sentence, don't worry about it. But seriously, look at your favorite characters and your favorite animes, and is it often the main character that you choose that? Oftentimes it's not, is it? I mean, just looking at 7 Deadly Sins here, alright? I personally like Melodious a lot, okay? I think his character's super interesting and is very different from your typical shonen protagonist. However, he's by far not the most interesting character. A lot of people, in fact, an overwhelming majority, voted that King was the most interesting character out of the bunch. And personally, my favorite is Bon. And he won 2nd place, but he was still nowhere near the overwhelming votes that King got as the most popular character. So my little thing here to the anime industry is, should we actually make the anime main characters way more interesting? Or if it's not broken, perhaps we shouldn't fix it. A lot of people like the anime main characters, boring, I guess, in a way. The nice guys that tried their best to do the right thing. You know, like, I don't know what to say. So that's why I'm proposing this interesting question to you. Do you guys feel like this needs to change? What are your thoughts and opinion on it? Is all these samey main characters getting to you? Is it making anime stale, or is it actually fine? Is it actually just right for you? Like, nothing needs to change. In fact, they should just introduce more main characters while keeping the main characters just kind of plain, whatever. Leave your thoughts, comments, and everything below in the description. Maybe even give this video a like here. You know, Noble talking about anime things and saying that the jerks are the nice things. You know, maybe I should be more of a jerk, huh? You stupid jerk, why don't you hit that freaking like button, huh? Bet you won't. Not like I care. You won't share this. Yeah, I don't, whatever, man. I honestly, I'm just becoming a tsundere at this point. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see every single one of you beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother.